And I'm back in my place to show you my new minimalist GoPro vlogging setup. Let's go inside. I just got to the first place, which is called Advanced Auto Parts. Why? Because I need an oil change. I am actually about 1,500 miles over. So I'm over and I got a bunch of things to do today. I'll be driving to different towns in the island doing different things. So I will be on the road all day. Just turned in the vehicle. So now walking around for roughly 30 to 45 minutes. Then I'll head out to my next destination to buy something for my dad, and then I'll have some breakfast as I continue to test the mic, which right now is about 1.5 feet or less from my face. So my car just sitting there, nobody around. Did you see that? I just got the car and the air conditioning filter, when they took it out, it had a butterfly stuck in it. So now I am there. If you can see it, I'm about to go to Subway, have some breakfast, and then go on to my next destination. See you there. Breakfast is done. I gotta go buy some paint for the hair and the beard because my dad doesn't like having white hair and white beard. So I gotta go buy that. News update. The specific store where my dad buys a specific type of hair paint is closed. So I came to Walgreens because painting your hair is a very common thing for women. So they surely must have hair paint. I need a box that, if not the exact brand, I need a box that at least looks like the brand, because my dad, he's got rituals, man, and he follows them. So let's go in there, see what we can find. All right, good news. It looks like Walgreens had the exact brand, I think, that my dad uses. So I was able to get this 3 of these hair painting things. I needed some peroxide, so I got that. And he had asked for a brush, so I got this thing, which brings the brush, and it's got one of those hair nets that he can put on. Before I go to my dad's house, I gotta go to my grandmother's town, do groceries for her, and then drive to my dad's house. Let's go to my grandmother's house. Alright, I just got to my grandmother's house, and on the way I did her groceries because she always buys the same thing. But if you take a look at this bag that she had given me, the handle broke. The bag is so old, it was in her closet for so many years that even the inside it's turning into powder. So now I gotta be very careful how I grab that so that things don't just drop. Because here in Puerto Rico, they don't want you to use plastic bags because they're bad for the environment and so on, but they will sell them to you. So it's not really that they don't want you to use them, it's that they want to make money off of that. And I also bought her bread because this woman eats a lot of bread every day. She can eat just about anything and it has no effect on her weight. So after this is on to my dad's house to give him the paint. So next thing, that's what's on the schedule. And I made it to my dad's house so I can give him his paint for the hair. And that will conclude my journey today, even though I still got an hour to get home. But after this, nothing else. Once I get to the house, I will give you my final thoughts on this day of using this entire new vlogging setup. So next, I will see you at my house. And I'm back in my place to show you my new minimalist GoPro vlogging setup. Let's go inside. And here it is. This is my new vlogging setup. Everything that is in it, I'm gonna take it apart and tell you the details of everything that I'm using here. Let me turn off the camera. All right, so starting from top to bottom, I'm using the Rode Videomicro. I was given this mic about 5 years ago by Rode for free because I entered their Rode Reel movie competition, and I'm sure I lost very badly, but for participating, they sent me this free mic, and this has been my main mic for many of my videos for the past like 5 years. Every time I was vlogging with the camera, with the Panasonic GH4, which is back here, I had this mic on and I was speaking to the camera. I always keep the dead cat on it. Moving on, it is the GoPro mic adapter. I got this little guy about 3 or 4 days ago. I wasn't gonna get it because when I first got the GoPro, I was gonna do a different setup, and that setup did not work. So I got the mic adapter so I can connect the Rode Videomicro to it. And this little guy goes into this adapter here by the company and Laser. I got it on Amazon, very cheap, and the reason I got it, I didn't want to buy another cage for the camera because the GoPro already comes with a cage. So seeing that this design already fits on top of the GoPro with the cage the GoPro already comes with, so you just slide it in. But I made an adjustment to it. If you can see here, I cut out a little section of the plastic. That way I will have space for my finger to go in there and press the record button. If not, when you slide this thing in there, you had a piece of plastic in there preventing you from pressing the record button. So I will have to move it to the right. Now I have room to press the record button. The next thing is the camera itself, the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Now the reason I got this as my main vlogging camera is because I used to vlog with the Panasonic GH4, which is right back here. But the lens, my main lens for this camera, stopped working. So I would hold this on a tripod, on my hand, on a monopod, and just vlog like this. But I had a severe crop from here to here, so you would only see my face. So when the lens broke, I decided I was not gonna buy a new lens, which is expensive, for a camera that's already like 5 years old, and then the camera will break. And then I'll be stuck with a lens that I was gonna have to buy a camera for. I came across the GoPro Hero 7 Black, and I liked it because it has a wide angle lens. So now when I'm vlogging and I put it here, I know all of this is being shown. So I don't have to worry about the framing. It also shoots in 4K. I shoot in 2.7K. It has 120 frames per second for slow motion. It has time lapse, nighttime lapse, video lapse, and like time warp. Waterproof. Is very lightweight. It is cheap, and when I put it here and I have the mic on it, I no longer have to hold the camera far out so I can get my face in the picture because of this crop frame from the GH4. I can now just hold it here and I get my entire face, and now the microphone is closer to my mouth. GoPro cage, I made some adjustments to it. The reason I made adjustments to this cage, GoPro calls it a frame, is because the GoPro Hero 7 Black, which is my first GoPro ever, has a tendency, a reputation of overheating and then freezing on you. So it froze on me once since I had it. So what I did is on the cage, I cut out a little hole, and then on the other side, I also cut out a piece. In my opinion, the camera has more room to let out heat. Since I did this, I haven't had any overheating issues, and I got the idea by looking at a frame that they're selling on the internet, which has those sections cut out. So I figured, why buy another cage if the GoPro already brings a cage? Just modify this one. Now the very next thing is this thing down here. This tripod comes with this little GoPro tripod mount. The GoPro doesn't come with a tripod mount. So I was looking for one, and while I was looking for one, I came across this tripod, which brings it as an accessory. It brings this same thing right here. So all you gotta do is put the frame cage on it and just attach the screw. The other thing that it brings, which I thought it was great and very useful, is that this tripod from Cubo, if you can see it there, it brings a cell phone holder, which I had broken mine, and I was using my phone sometimes to record videos, and it was shaky. We know that as we're walking, it shakes, it's not as steady, and then the audio is not great from the phones. But this little adapter here, which adapts to pretty much every phone, as you can see, it stretches a lot. It brings two tripod quarter 20 holes, one here on the side and one here on top. What I did on top is I screwed on a cold shoe mount. That way I can slide the Videomicro on it. With the other cable, I attached the cable to the phone, and now I can put this on the tripod and vlog holding the tripod, and I get better audio, and it's more stable because I'm holding a tripod and not the phone itself. So that is very versatile. This thing was really cool. Now onto the tripod. This little tripod is very versatile. This thing was only like $23 in Amazon. At the top, it comes with a wheel. So all you gotta do is put the camera on top here, turn the wheel, and it attaches to your camera or whatever it is you're gonna put there. The ball head is great, so you can put the camera in any angle that you want. Now, it does not bring a knob for you to pan the camera smooth or tilt it up and down like video tripod heads, or I suggest you just move the whole thing as you're recording, because this is lightweight, you can really control it. Another great feature is these legs. They come with 4 different settings for height. That's one height. If you pull it, that's number 2, that's number 3, and it doesn't go in unless you press this red button, and then that's number 4. So now your tripod is taller. You press the button and it goes all the way in. And on top of that, if you look closely here, it's got the letters A and B. If you turn that knob to B, now the legs span even wider. So if you need an even lower angle for your GoPro, maybe you're a mechanic and you need the GoPro underneath the car shooting what you're doing, now you can get a very low angle and you can still stretch the legs, more stability, maybe the wind, wherever you're at, well, now you have a more stable tripod. The other thing I attach on my GoPro when I'm outside is the ND filters. I got ND filters from the company Newer, I don't know how to pronounce it. I got levels 4, 8, 16, and 32. You just attach that on, and now you go outside and you start recording.